Yo, 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 what's up, everyone? I hope you're all doing well, and I hope that you all had a great weekend. So, as usual, if anyone can confirm in the live chat if everything's well, if I'm live, the sound, the video quality as usual, just to be sure that everything is going fine, and then we'll dive into the charts and what happened this week, of course. So I'll give you a couple of seconds as usual before we dive into everything. Hello Jean-Pierre, I hope you're well. Audio is good. That's good to know. And thanks for letting me know. So, well, let's do the usual. We'll recap what happened this week. And unfortunately, last week I was ill on Sunday. I would have loved to do a live stream, but I was just too sick to get out of bed. I did try to, but my body was like, nope, you're not getting out of bed. And even though, of course, I missed this though, we did give this very nice setup on Monday. So let's recap. We go back to it. That was Monday. So right there, I had one level which was $100,300. I wanted to see a drop to then see higher prices to see a bounce to the upside. We got the drop. I believe we got a deeper retracement just a bit below my level. Again, $100,300. We got the deeper retracement. We got the reaction. I missed the long position. And when we broke above this level, which was 102.8, it was pretty simple in my view. I just wanted to see a break above Friday's highs at $106,500, as mentioned right there. We got the move up, right? We broke the highs, made the update on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, I forgot when it was, but we gave one resistance above, right, to offer a short position. I did take the short. We got a very nice drop at first. We had an imbalance. The only problem was that funding was going down. So when funding goes down as prices go up, this is usually indicative of a short squeeze, and it's not the best environment to look for highs. But still, I took the short. Again, we got a decent drop. And when I woke up the next day, I got stopped out of my short position for a small loss. So that's pretty much it for this week. It was pretty simple, right? We gave this long. I missed it because, well, sometimes I make mistakes. But again, we gave this long, offered the big bounce. We wanted to see a break above this high, which happened. We had this resistance, which pretty much offered the high of the week until today. And yeah, that was mainly it. So before I dive into Bitcoin, or do I want to dive into Bitcoin first before going over to altcoins? Uh, Hi Habib, sound is okay. Good to hear you live after 14 days again. Thank you, Martin. That's some very nice words. I appreciate that, and hope you had a great weekend as well. Hmm. So should we dive into Bitcoin first before going over to altcoins? You know what? Let's cover Bitcoin first because since I didn't go live last Sunday, I didn't have time to recap inside of YouTube all of the altcoin levels that we gave, which did offer massive trades. So we'll dive into them after we cover Bitcoin. But again, let's look what's happening right here. For now, I just want to remove all of this, right? Even that resistance. So you have 4-hour imbalance. We had a nice rejection. For now, it does look like it wants to go lower. This was probably a false weekend move as usual. No 12-hour. And the daily, of course, if we get a weak close, this would give you a swing failure pattern of that high, which was put in on Thursday. I shorted this high on Wednesday, but we got this one on Thursday. So for now, it just looks like we have a swing failure pattern of that high. And what can we do with that? On the 1 hour, did we fill this imbalance? So we did, to the dollar pretty much. So we had this imbalance right there, which got filled to the dollar with a swing failure pattern of that high. I think this looks like a nice high going into the week. So I think I'll keep it pretty simple, right? It was the level outlined inside of YouTube. I'll look for this daily open, and you have a 12-hour order block. So I will just mark this as a small area. Let's put it like this. This would be my first area that I would look. I didn't short this, of course, because I don't trade the weekends. That's not an interesting short position in my opinion. But overall, I think I would look for a move down towards this level. This would be ideal, honestly, for two reasons. One, this uptrend has just been too overextended, right? And that was one of the reasons, even though we did have the negative funding, that was one of the reasons why I took the short position. It's just too overextended and I'm expecting retracement. But the second reason, which is very important to me, is that on Tuesday we have new pivots. We have new quarterly pivots and new monthly pivots. So if I just show you, let's go over to the quarterly. So the quarterly, as you can see, is coming to an end on Tuesday, okay? And quarterly pivots, as you all know, are extremely important to me. So I think they should come somewhere down there. I don't know. I don't make the calculations in advance because I kind of like to keep them as a surprise. And of course, it depends on the close, so it doesn't really make sense. But I think that the quarterly pivots should come. I mean, it's one pivot, the woody pivot, it will come somewhere below us. For these two reasons, I would like to have a high up here, get a drop, get the quarterly pivot, maybe hit the quarterly pivot this week as well, and then we could look for that reversal higher. Okay, so these two reasons are why I would like to see retracement. Now the second level, again, it's exactly what we talked about in the update. It's down there. I had an area, but let me look at something. It's been a while since I haven't looked at this. So we have the value area low, and we actually have the point of control on my area. I would love to get a fake out below the value area low, so let me mark it out. Where would the daily come? So just below it. That would be it for now. I did mark an area on YouTube, but for now I think I'm happy with this level. And maybe I would mark this open for now. The open of the 4 hour. Is it an imbalance on Binance? No, it's not. So for now, you know what? Let's keep it simple. I think we'll just keep it that way. And we have a 12-hour open actually, so let's mark this. That would be my second small area. Ideally this week, in my opinion, this is what we get. It would be this. Okay, that would be it for Bitcoin. Let's get a drop, potentially a deep bounce, and then come back down. And this would offer that long position for reversal higher. So that would be it for me for Bitcoin. I did have a fractal. What happened to it? This shows a consolidation up here. I keep this one in mind. If you guys want, you can keep this one in mind. Man, this one is actually going well. You had the first high and the swing failure pattern of that high, and then you would look for that higher low. So that would be a deep higher low. So following this, we could look for somewhere around this low. I will not mark this out for now, but just keep it in mind. Okay, I have that fractal that I've been tracking since Monday, and that's one of the reasons why I expected a deeper retracement. That's because I had just found this fractal. Again, let's look at it. You can see. So you had the first low, bounce, and then a deep higher low. It's not the exact same, but you can see it's the same behavior. Low, bounce. Not a deep higher low, but it's deep enough in my opinion. And I think that this has been playing out pretty well if you line it up. Consolidation, drop, spike, drop, consolidation, drop. And I mean, you guys can see this for yourself. So I would just keep it in mind. I don't think that I'll be trading it because my scenario, I do prefer it. So this one, but I'll keep in mind that this low this week could be important. So we could just get a small retracement and then continue higher. On the higher time frames, I do believe that price will break back above this high. Okay, so pretty simple. At least I tried to make it simple. Yeah, that would be it. Overall, expecting higher. One last thing I want to talk about is this daily imbalance, because this was the level that I had outlined, and I didn't get the time to explain on Monday why I didn't expect this imbalance to get filled anymore. The first reason is very simply because we had a daily imbalance at the lows. Okay, so that's the first reason. But the second reason is because too many people were looking at that level. I remember on Friday I was looking at Twitter and every single person had this level on their charts. So for that reason, I actually really like the front run, and that's why I don't mind this low. On a purely imbalanced theory perspective, partially filled imbalances are usually not the best. Okay, so I would just keep it in mind. This info could push me, for example, to open a short position tomorrow. Okay, so maybe again, if we got something like this and then I see maybe a nice high, I could open a short position to hedge myself for these drops. Okay, so I'll end it right there. Okay, I don't want to ramble too much, but that's why I like this low, even though we did front on my level, and that's why on Monday I was looking for a higher low for a move higher. So that would be it. Where does the fractal come from, and can you do monthly candle analysis? So the fractal is pretty recent actually. I forgot why I had the intuition to look for it. I think it was because of that wick, but it's this price action. So you're on the 4 hour. I think I take it from the 4 hour, but it's this price action. Let me see if I can show you. So it's this one. Yep, it's on the 4 hours. So it's this fractal that I was looking at, and you just put it right there. And I kind of saw the same behavior with these ugly highs, a drop, a spike upwards, a drop sideways, like these annoying ranges, even this imbalance. Like this just reminded me of this range. It's not a perfect fractal, and I'm not a fractal trader, but that was one of the reasons why I wanted to see a higher low on Monday. Can see it's not perfect, but it is like it's good enough. Okay, at least in my opinion. Some people that are more advanced in fractals might say that this is a bad one, but to me it helped me call this low on Monday, so I'll take it. And monthly candle, I don't look very often at monthly candles because it's too much of a higher time frames. Like there's not much I can tell you from this. I mean, it looks bullish, but I don't know. Can see before this range, I mean, this did look very bullish. Now, looking at it, it's kind of crazy that we had 4 monthly imbalances in a row. So yeah, I don't know. And even there, like if you use these candles, you would have said that this is a bearish reversal pattern, but then price just took out the high again right there. So I don't look at the monthly too much, to be honest. But yes, it does look bullish, but again, I don't give this too much weight, right? This doesn't really affect my view on what I expect next. Okay, guys, so that would be it for Bitcoin. Let's go over altcoins. Ethereum. Now, Ethereum, I hadn't given a level, but 2 Sundays ago, I think Bitcoin, Ethereum was right there. So was it on the 15th? Yeah, it was right there. So I gave this level, which got overshot, unfortunately. But my idea was that we move into this level, and I was expecting price to take out all of these lows, which it did. So that's what happened on Ethereum. Not the best scenario, so I won't take credit for this one, but the overall idea was good. We got the move up into that level to get that rejection and to take out this low. And then we got that reversal up. So can I find new levels on Ethereum? We'd mark out this low now. I think this one could look interesting, which comes around the midpoint of the 12-hour and the daily as well. So that would be a first level on Ethereum, around 2.3. If it really follows Bitcoin, then you would look for the open of this candle. But I don't know, Ethereum is it hasn't been as technical as other altcoins lately, at least in my opinion. So I'll look for this area first, but I think for this one, I'll just update you inside the Discord if I do decide to take a trade on it, because I don't see any super obvious levels. So I'll just note this low on Ethereum, which brings me on to the next altcoin, which was XRP. So XRP, I gave you just one level, which was 1.9. Why? Because we had this low, and you can see I still have the drawings. We had this low, deviation, and what I was looking for was a drop towards this level to retest that low and then get the reversal to the upside. Played out almost perfectly. I mean, it got front run by 1 cent pretty much, which is crazy. We literally bottomed, if I show you here, at like 190. Like the bottom was at 190, but just a couple of cents above. I don't even know if that's like that's below 1 cent. So XRP bottom just 1 cent above my level, which was a very nice prediction. Solana, which was the main one, I had given you just one level, and this wasn't even in last stream. I think I gave you this level probably two live streams ago. So I think that was 3 weeks ago. I had given you just one level, 126. Why 126? Well, because we had this daily open and we had this 12-hour imbalance. And as you can see, Solana, this one was pretty much perfect. You got the job, a sideways range, another job to hit my level. You get the reaction. This one was pretty much to the cent, not even to the dollar. Did we have a 30-minute imbalance? We did, so that one was beautiful. You have the range, you have the imbalance on the break, you hit the level, you have the wick. This one was just perfect. I didn't trade it because I was stuck in bed, so there was no way I was I, I was going to open my phone. But my alert did get triggered, and yeah, I think even I was asleep at this point because I was so tired. But I mean, I gave you just one level on Solana, guys, and this was weeks in advance. So again, Solana, you hit that level and you got the bounce. So Solana, I mean, you got a pretty good retest, it looks, of the midpoint of the daily. Where's the midpoint? 138. So if you mark out 138.1 right there, you got a pretty much a perfect retest of the midpoint on Solana. So this one has been extremely technical. Did you have any confluence maybe on the 1 hour? Not really. You just had the midpoint, but maybe, I don't know, maybe you had an anchored view up. Nope. But in any case, this was the only level given, and then pure imbalance theory, you retest the midpoint and then continue up. So this one was pretty much perfect. Ave, this one was given 2 weeks ago, and this scenario also played out pretty much perfectly. So this was when I gave the scenario. I wanted to see a move up to take out that high, which was a very ugly high, to test this imbalance and then to see that reversal down. This was my target and support level. This one again, this one was just perfect, except for the support. It broke below my support and then bounced. But for the short position, I mean, this scenario was pretty much picture perfect. So that was it for Aave. And I think that 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 was all the altcoins that I covered. Now Kaito, I was looking to trade this week, and I was going to send a signal on the Discord. I was just waiting for this 4-hour imbalance to get reached, and I still have my alert, as you can see, 1.345. So we got this drop and we got this range. So when I saw this, I had a lot of confidence that we would get exactly what we saw on Solana, which would be a swing failure of the range, an imbalance, and then a bounce. That was my level. Again, this was very simply a 4-hour imbalance. Let's go back forward in time. So that was a 4-hour imbalance, but unfortunately I got front shot by nothing. So this one was very annoying because it ended up bouncing super high, and yeah, that was my level on Kaito. I would have loved to take the trade with you guys, but I got front shot by not even 1 cent, which is crazy. And I think that was it. So, okay. We had this prediction as well, which was move into this level to drop. Again, this one kind of overshot my level, but this was still a decent prediction. We moved into my level and then dropped to the downside. So that was it for Link. I can now remove this. And I don't think we analyzed any other coins. We did have Injective. Again, this was the same level for all altcoins. It was this 4-hour imbalance. Injective did end up respecting it extremely well. So perfect fill of the 4-hour to then offer a nice drop to the downside. So again, Injective, I can remove these levels. Why did I mark out this one? That was a daily imbalance. Okay. Okay, so I think that was it, guys, for the altcoins. Can you look at INJ, DGB, AVE, and FET? Okay, let's look at them. Let's just take a quick look at Bitcoin. You can see this drop looks like it's still going. Yup, it is. So, yeah, for now, guys, okay, I just want to remove this because I do like to keep my charts clean, okay? So that's the only reason I removed this. For now, I just want to focus on this level. So, INJ, DGB, AVE, and FET. Let's look at them. What? INJ. So, INJ, INJ, INJ. Now, I will say, yes, we have a daily imbalance and we have a bounce. This might be a bad prediction, but the reason that I would want to make this prediction now by looking at it is because it just looks so nice. Like I just looked at it now with you, and I mean, you have the volume for a low, so if you want to trade somewhere around this daily order block, you can mark this level and go for it. But personally, I like to go for A plus quality setups, which would be you have a double bottom right there, and you have a partially filled daily imbalance down there. So to me, again, I think 8.6 looks extremely nice on where is it? I'm confused. Okay, so 8.6 looks extremely nice on injective, right? You do have a first level somewhere around there, okay? We can go on the lower time frames and see, but personally, I mean, this just looks very nice, honestly, on injective. Like partially filled daily, double bottom. Yes, we have the volume, but this setup just looks too nice not to look at it, okay? And for this level, we can go on the lower time frames. You have a 12-hour open as well. So if I mark out this order block, can make it a bit of a bigger area. Something like this, maybe. Let's go back on the daily. So this would be a 9. So this would be your first support level, which actually already lines up with my scenario. So I think you have a first small support level that you could trade if you want to. But to me, an A plus quality setup would be down there. Except, of course, if you jump down to this support and you get like extremely good reactions, then this could offer a very confident long position. But to me, this level down there, again, as I said, it just looks too good not to look at, okay? And to not... do I want to mark out an area? I'll keep it as a level, it's fine. But just keep in mind that 6 cents above you have... 6 cents above? Where's the open? 7 cents above you have the open of this 12 hours. So just keep this in mind, okay? To not get front on as I did. I mean, I didn't get front on because I was sick anyway, but you can see this small front on. Just be aware of this. So then you said DGB, AVE, and FET. I still have AVE right there, so we can look at AVE. So now we can remove this prediction. That one was very nice. And even remove that high. Why do I still have that high? So let's take a clean look at AVE. I want to look at this anchored VWAP. Ooh, wow. Wow. Okay, so the anchored VWAP was hit perfectly on this drop. Wow. Okay, so this one was very nice. So I would say that you have a very strong low on AVE. Did you take out this liquidity? You didn't. But I mean, it's fine. I think it's fine for this one. What do you want to look for on AVE? Can we take a range maybe? Okay. So somewhat like Bitcoin, I would look for an area down there, I think. It's not my most confident level. I think the anchored view up was the right level to trade. But I would say somewhere around 230 would be a good level on AVE. I mean, you have an order block, you have a daily open, which is I mean, daily imbalance, 12-hour imbalance. and a 4-hour order block. So I do think that this is a pretty nice level. Okay, so Ave, ideally you get a deep drop, you hit this, and if you do get this, this would be extremely bullish. Okay, so if you do get that drop and then you bounce, this would be extremely bullish, and at this point I would say just go for this high at $400. Okay, so I think, yes, if you get this on Aave and you get the right reaction, this would be extremely bullish. You can see I'm not putting an alert because I only put alerts on altcoins on levels that I'm extremely confident in, which was this high. I did have an alert up there. But I still think that this is a very nice level, don't get me wrong. It's just I'm more comfortable trading Bitcoin. Your reaction when TA works perfectly is so funny. I mean, it's just always nice to see, like, it's very often the same tools that people don't use a lot that offer extreme nice reactions. It's either imbalances, at least for me, or anchored VWAPs. I mean, you can see this one on Twitter. Honestly, even on you, I mean, I don't watch YouTube, so on Twitter, I never see anyone that talks about anchored VWAPs. I've literally never seen anyone on Twitter mention the anchored VWAPs. So that's why these levels are so nice, and they're very powerful as well. So that would be it for Aave. Okay. Then you said FET and what do we have left? DGB and FET. DGB. I did have a prediction, so I wanted to see a drop to this level to see a bounce, which didn't happen. And this coin just looks weak. I mean, every time, every time I make a drop and then bounce prediction, it doesn't happen. I don't know. I think this coin. Oh, I do have this marked out. So just remove these levels. Again, this high was given a long time ago. This daily imbalance, which was given perfectly. I think this one just looks like a weak coin. I mean, yeah, probably just look for a drop below that low. And you have a bit of an area. Why did I mark out this exact level? I don't know. Where's the weekly? So that I'm you have a bit of an area, which I don't like on altcoins. I don't like having areas on altcoins. Yeah, that's 10%. That's too big. I like having levels on altcoins. So you do have this. I would say this would be the only tradable level. You can see we did circulate before. So other than that, if you drop below, it could still bounce, but it will be too bearish at this point. Like you're getting too close to that low. So ideally, what would this be on the weekly? Uh, Not ideal, but I think that's, to me, that's the only tradable level. So just keep this in mind. I'm not even going to outline a scenario because this coin just looks pretty weak. But yeah, just focus on this level 0.00602. That would be your level on the EGB. Again, not the best coin. This would have been an amazing short, honestly. Even I could have taken this because on these weak altcoins, you always look to short these easy levels, right? I mean, you move up with a daily imbalance, you take liquidity, you hit the daily imbalance right there, and that was a pretty easy short in hindsight. And that was the only level that I gave, so I will say that this was an easy short. And finally, FET. FET. Where's FET? Right. Okay. So that was given before we had the wickless daily. I can instantly remember why I gave this level. We did have this wickless daily, which was a target for the drop and also a support level. But you can see it did act as a very nice magnet to price. I mean, that was just nice, but no reaction. Do I like this low on FET? Is it the best coin you can trade? I don't know. I think you have better coins to trade. I don't know if I can find a good level on this one weekly. Oh, you had a weekly imbalance right there. I mean, I don't know. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. I'll be honest. I'll just look for another low on this one. Could be wrong, but I won't do analysis because I don't see anything obvious. I could be wrong, of course. If you have your own level, trade it. Okay, I just give my opinion on these coins, but to me, this one is just not a coin I would look to trade to the upside. And I could be very wrong, but I think you have stronger coins to trade, and that's just my view. And also, I don't see an obvious setup, right? I don't have a daily imbalance. Do we have a 12-hour? We don't even have a 12-hour imbalance, so I don't know if I would trade this one. No, I'm sorry, I don't have much on FET. What about this? Hmm. Let me look at this quickly. 3-day. Hmm. So you could look for this, I would say, FET. 0.5, it's also a half number, so that would be a big psychological level. That would be the only level I'd mark out on FET. Okay, 0.5. It goes up, but yeah, I mean, that's my honest opinion about it. And that's it. Can you look at CRV? Would you long it now and hold it up to 5.64? So you've been asking about CRV inside the Discord, and I have been saying the exact same thing every single time. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in this coin. You can even remove this level, which did offer a bit of a bounce from this level to the high. I mean, that's still 15%. And remember what the level was? It was a 4-hour imbalance. So right there, you can see 4-hour imbalance, you drop. And this one, again, still offered a very nice trade if anyone took it. But to me, I just want to see that wick taken out, hit this daily level. And when we hit this, then I can take a look. Then I can take a look at CRV again. And I don't love the way it's dropping. I don't love the way it's like it's too slow. I don't like slow drops. I like quick drops. Slow drops are never a good sign. That would be the first level I'd look at on CRV. Apart from this, no. I mean, I've been saying this for a while. After this high, this is honestly the only strong level that we have. And uh, until now, at least, this has proven to be true. So that would be it on CRV. No, for me, I don't see any wrong position. You don't even have a 12-hour imbalance. Like you can see other altcoins like Solana, for example, which is a strong coin. When you give a level, you drop it with a 12-hour imbalance. You have, I mean, this is a strong coin. Plus, you have the retest of the midpoint of the 12-hour and the daily. These are coins that ideally you want to trade. You don't really want to trade coins like CRV for now. Okay, this could change if you hit this level and you get a massive bounce. Do I see it happening? Not really, because this drop has been so slow. So this would be my 2 cents. Remind me about CRV when, if and when we hit this level. Okay. Have you traded forex? And could you use your indicator on forex pairs? I've never traded forex. I know that Rami inside the Discord has traded it. I mean, he does trade it still. He's a pretty good forex trader. So when he joins us on the lives, you could ask him questions about forex. He's an amazing forex trader and just has much more knowledge than me. Could you use my indicator? I don't know. I mean, it looks like you can. Let's see quickly. Maybe not USD JPY. Maybe Euro. I mean, I did do analysis on Euro actually. What am I talking about? Because you can trade the forex pairs on BTCC, and I was looking for the top of this imbalance to offer support on the Euro, which I got front run. But I think now looking back at it, probably the daily open would have been a better level. But no, actually, I still like that wick. I don't know. So I think this was the level for me on Euro. And if you look back at it, can you find any levels maybe on the... I mean, you can see right there, looking at it quickly, daily imbalance, you mark it out, you jump into it with a daily imbalance, you take the long end. So yeah, still works. I mean, its volume, does it work as well? I don't know, honestly. I've never tested my indicator on Forex, on the Forex markets. Never. Did for a bit actually, but I don't know. Just I'm not super interested in forex to be honest. Just a quick look. It's been a while. What's happened today, Anne? This move happened. The start of April. So, what is your opinion on market makers in crypto? What do you mean by my opinion? I mean, it's just the markets get moved by market makers, and that's all you need to know. I don't think I have much I mean, I don't think there's an opinion to have. You know, every single market on the planet has market makers, so I don't know, not much of no. I mean, they move the markets. That's all I have to know, and that's what my imbalances point to. Okay, so right there, what do you have? He's building shorts. This just this just reminded me, man. I'm freaking stupid sometimes. Another announcement that I have, the 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 imbalances course is out. We put it out today, and to get access to my indicator, just open the course, and the steps to get access are inside there, inside the lessons. But again, it's out 1 hour 15 minutes. I will be putting out at least one more lesson for this course. So, I mean, when I made the BitUnix announcement, I wanted to do this one next because, of course, it's a big one. But yes, the imbalances course is now live. I will do a Discord announcement tomorrow, and also the crypto payment is live. So if you guys want to pay in crypto, you can. This has been a request that you guys had for a while. So again, the imbalances course is out. My indicator is out, and you can pay in crypto. I will do a better announcement tomorrow on Discord, but I'm kind of ashamed that I forgot to make the announcement because it was a big one. Right now it's been 35 minutes into the stream. I don't know how many people are left. We do have some people, but not much. Uh, if BTC makes an all-time high, do you think another alt season is possible? I already told you my view on altcoins, right? I mean, just focus on strong altcoins. CRV is a perfect example. When BTC goes up, weak coins that haven't hit a support level are not gonna go up. At least that's my view. I don't think we'll get an like all seasons as we did in the past. To me, that's just done. Just analyze every single coin on its own. You find good levels, and if you see strengths, then when Bitcoin goes up, you can expect them to go up. Okay, but an all season, no. I think this word is overused. I mean, people have been talking about an alt season literally. I mean, and I'm saying literally since the start of 2023. So it's been 2 years people talk about an alt season. I haven't seen one. I just know that when I see strong coins like Kaito, like Solana, I've talked about Solana for a bit, but like Kaito, like Solana, when you find good levels, these will offer big bounces right there. You had the retest of the 4 hour. These will offer good moves, okay? And even Pengu is one of these coins which is just going crazy. But all season, no, I think weak coins will remain weak and the strong coins will remain strong. Maybe a bit like the stock market. You could look at it like the stock market, you know. It's not every single stock that goes up, it's only good stocks that go up. Are you interested in funded accounts? No, not really, but I think that they have their use for people who need access to more funds and don't have the capital. But I don't trust them in general. I think everyone knows why. It's a pretty shady industry. Will you ever buy spot crypto again? I don't I don't think so. I'll be honest, I don't think so. Except except if I see a very good coin. Because the only coin that I had bought on spot was Solana. Right? I think I bought it somewhere, not down there actually. I think I bought it, yes, I bought it in this range around 50 and I sold it at the all-time high right there. And that was the only time I bought spot. But spot to me is just in crypto it's a bit more boring because I hold stocks, so it's like if I trade crypto, why do I need to hold crypto on spot? You know, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't interest me, to be honest. No, no. I don't think I'll buy crypto spot again. What do you think about recent S&P all-time high? Well, it's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. We had talked about this before. So is it this one? Yes, it's this one. Fortunately, this this gap got front shown, which is a big sign of strength in my opinion. The fact that even this gap got front shown, this is just strength on the S&P. And again, we did talk about it before. This rise kind of reminds me of the COVID rise, right? When you had this rise and everyone was still bearish and said that this was a bad rise and it was up and up and up and up. At least there you had a bit of consolidation, which hasn't happened right now yet. But overall, this was a very aggressive rise with not much retracements. I think we're kind of seeing the same thing right now. So yeah, I think it's a good all-time high. Again, the fact that you front shot this gap is a massive sign of strength. So at this point, at least, I wouldn't expect a fake out. The only thing that does keep me on my toes, if you wish, but I mean, I bought stocks. Honestly, it was on Monday and Tuesday. I bought my stocks, so I don't care what happens at this point. But the one thing that would make me a bit cautious right there is the Fed pivot. Okay, because historically, when you get Fed pivots, this is when you enter into a recession, and it does look now like Powell. Will he pivot? Actually, I don't know. So I think that wouldn't even be a valid argument because I think they're talking about inflation again. So I don't know. Yeah, but purely chart wise, nah. I think this looks very bullish. I don't have much to say about it. Probably expect higher, right? It would have been amazing for anyone that trades stocks. I mean, I did give this resistance, and if you remember, what I wanted to see was a drop into this gap to then continue higher. And we did get the drop, as you kind of crazy that the only job that you got was against the daily imbalance, but you got the job. But you can see the fear is there. Like you have two daily imbalances on this small of a drop. I mean, people are sidelined and are just hating this uptrend, which is why it's been so strong. Good Bitcoin is still rejecting. Okay, this looks nice. Did you build your own capital to trade? Yes. Yes, I did. I don't know how could you not build your own capital? Oh, you mean maybe through funded? No, again, personally, I've never done funded accounts. Maybe one day I'll try it just as a challenge. I think it would be interesting. But for crypto, do you have any funded accounts for crypto? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. So if that's it, I think we've had enough questions. Almost 45 minutes for the stream. So to end the stream before we move on, can you elaborate more on why you like pivots? I mean, I did talk about pivots in our courses. Right there inside the indicators module. I did talk about pivots. Um, there. What am I talking about? So I mean, the reason I like pivots is simply because they have a high hit rate. That's the only reason, right? I mean, if pivots had a 20% hit rate, I wouldn't look at them. But doesn't matter what you talk about. I mean, you could just make up a fake indicator, and if by some lucky happening, this indicator has an 80% win rate or hit rate, I mean, you would want to look at it. Pivot, same thing. You can backtest it yourself, but quarterly pivots and monthly pivots, I'm talking about Woody. Okay, I'm talking about Woody pivots. Why am I on the traditional Woody? Yeah, it's good that I noted that. But the Woody pivots have a hit rate of above 80%. Okay, and I'm not talking about just. I'm not talking about support and resistance. I'm just saying when you have an untapped pivot, as you did right there. If you remember, I talked about this pivot for so long, which did finally end up getting hit. Pivots act as a magnet to price. Okay, the reason for that I'm not so sure. I just know that a lot of banks and big players do look at pivots because it is an average calculation. So it's a bit like the moving average where it's like, it's a you could look at it as a fair value, okay? Maybe it's a bit different, but it's an average calculation, okay? So usually you could say that when price is above it for for the quarter in this case, that it's a bit overvalued. If it's under it, it's undervalued. I don't look at it this way. The only reason that I like pivots is because again they have a very high win rate, a hit rate of above 80%. Okay, and that's why inside of this range, as soon as we got this pivot, I talked about it for so freaking long because I know that they have a high hit rate. Okay, and in the end it did end up getting hit. And this one again, I did do the update down there. We had this pivot, we moved into it, and we tapped it before dropping. It would have been even more bullish to drop without tapping it, of course, because then when you drop and you have a non-tap pivot, you could use it as a magnet to price and as a target. Okay, so that's why I like pivots. I have to catch up on the courses, nearly holiday for me, then I'll dive deep into them. Well, you can take your time since it's a one-time payment, so you have as much time as you want. I like the fact that we did this because I remember in the past when I was learning trading and it was a freaking monthly payment, which made no sense. And in the end, I didn't learn anything from them and ended up developing my own freaking indicator. So I hope that, and I do have high confidence, which is why I did them, that our courses will be more than enough. And I'm very happy that we did them one-time payment and not a monthly payment, which is a scam in my opinion. So with all of that said, again, I want to end the live stream there. For the announcements, unfortunately, I forgot to do the courses at the start of the stream, so I think a lot of people missed it. But two big announcements. We have partnered up with BitUnix. I'm extremely happy about this partnership. You will have, wait, it's not here. You will have a 30% discount. Guys, I'm confused. Wait, guys, did I even make this announcement at the start of the stream? Or did I not even make this announcement? Can anyone confirm if I did this announcement about BitUnix? Or I just forgot the announcements altogether? Man, what the frick? I need to focus up sometimes. Oh, I didn't. Wow, I'm a genius. I'm a freaking genius. That's what I am. Okay, so I guess I'll end the stream with the announcements because oh man, I'm so stupid. Okay, so we have two big announcements this week. The first one is that we have partnered up with BitUnix for it's literally a 30% discount on your fees. If you want to know how it works, you can pause the stream and read this. I mean, it's very simple. It is like a real discount. It's no tricks, no coupons, no nothing. If you sign up using this link, you will have a discount on your fees. I'm extremely thankful for this. As you guys know, I do trade on BitUnix. I mean, you guys know I trade on this exchange, so I do trust them. And I'm very happy that I was able to get you a 30% discount. This is a lifetime offer, okay? So it's not a discount for 1 month or depending on how much volume you trade with. It's a discount for everyone, a lifetime offer. So I'm very happy with this. Thank you so much for BitUnix, and I hope that this helps out a lot of you. All you have to do is just register with this link and then you will instantly have access to the discount. You don't have to do anything else. And then for the second announcement, it is, of course, the long-awaited imbalance course. It is now available on our website and my indicator has been published. It is private and invite only, so the steps to join have been outlined in the course. So, and we will keep them limited, okay? Because it's my indicator, I don't want it to get overtraded. And overall, I don't want to have a very big community. So that's all I'll say for now, but I'm very happy that the course is out. I'll have even more lessons coming out in the future, especially if you guys have questions after having seen the course. So two big announcements, very happy about both of them. I'm an idiot to have done them at the end of the stream, but for the people that are still here, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And finally, for Bitcoin, as I said, I would look for a job which actually has been continuing. The 4-hour imbalance has now been recovered, so it looks good for a job a bit further, at least to hit this 12-hour order block. And then I think that this could offer a bit of a bounce, but then we can see. Do we get offered a short position tomorrow? I will let you know inside of the Discord. Okay, tomorrow, of course. But today, no trading for me, it's just sitting on the sidelines. And overall, again, I do expect this high to be taken, so I do have a bullish bias. It's just, it would be nice to see a retracement first, at least to this level. If we don't, we don't. I just, one last thing, remember this fractal. Okay, we could get a bit of a double bottom. Okay, we had the first high, which was this one. We took it for a second high. Could we drop and get a very deep higher low, so above this one? This is possible. I will keep this in mind for tomorrow, but for now, again, the plan is this. And remember, we have the quarterly pivots and the monthly pivots coming on Tuesday. So with that said, thank you everyone for watching, and thank you everyone that stayed this long. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your questions. And I hope that you all have an amazing evening. I hope that you all had a great weekend. And I will look this week to do very accurate predictions as we did this week. I did miss the trade, but that was a beautiful prediction for a bounce much higher in price. So hopefully we have a profitable week ahead, just like almost every week. And yeah, thanks again for all your questions, and I will see you tomorrow inside the Discord. So thank you and